everybody. And it's nice connecting to all of you. Luckily, what happened here was we were able to open up the school for around 4 months. So we had grade all the classes, in fact, working with us. And we could get a proper examination, proper assessment of the students done. So before they left, after the council came up with the circulars stating that the exams are postponed and the 10th exam is cancelled, we sat down with them and tried and explained to them as to how things will move ahead. The biggest challenge was in the minds of class 12th as to the element which has been introduced in terms of uncertainty. So they were not sure as to whether exams will happen or not happen, what would be the time duration. So that is where we actually found it challenging to discuss and deliberate. Hopefully, we are even some of the kids who were, who had tested positive at home and who couldn't come. So there are around 14, 15 odd of them. So what we have done is we have sanitized the campus and allowed them to come and take the pre-boards, just in case it becomes a marking element for the forthcoming board examinations for class 12. So in our own way, we are trying to help out and ease out. And we'll be looking at how to help them out and ease out the pressure. So our counselor also is reaching out everyday basis. Our career counseling team is reaching out on an almost everyday basis with 9, 10th, 11th, 12th on a frequency, which is much more right now, especially to class 12, the passing out batch, so that they can plan ahead as to what they should be doing in terms of preparing their portfolios, in terms of preparing their approach towards admissions. We have been telling them and guiding them that don't worry. Should there be a case where the pre-board examinations are taken as the benchmark, the school will certainly take care of your interests and will certainly look into how best you can be looked at and assessed, because we know you better than the board. So that is where the assurance comes in from the school community. And as rightly pointed out by the previous speakers, teachers are reaching out to them. They have their queries and doubt clearing sessions, because this is not the time to teach them. They have been taught. This is only the time to maintain their tempo. That's where the real challenge is, because if they really come down and they stop working, it'll be a great and big challenge to make them work 15, 20 days prior to the examination, should it happen. Now, coming to that, I think it is injustice on the part of the government to actually keep it in a limbo, because this period is not getting over soon. What, as a scientific mind, I can look into. And parents would also have a hitch in sending them to appear for the board examinations. So I think they need to find out a real way of getting across the marks based on the student assessment through the schools and get away from this uncertainty, because that is where the path will become very clear and things would smoothen out. This will help two front. The education system will move ahead. The colleges will start their sessions. Otherwise, everything will remain in a limbo. That's not good for any system. The other students of the schools who are there were some parents who had come and met me who are nearby. So what I had told them was that we can have some weekend sessions after this initial phase of 15th May and the spike is over. We can call them in a very staggered manner and arrange some master classes for them, where we can look into not only skill building, we can also look into some digression of topics, which includes content as well as context. What I look at it is the parents who are there as our soldiers at home. Because in this online system of education, they are the ones who really are battling it out with the kids. The kids who are online, but actually not online, most of them. So it is the right time to teach them accountability, the right time to take them, learn to take the onus on them, that yes, I am accountable for my learning. That is where we are trying to build and inculcate habits lifelong. The parents do have problems with kids not waking up on time and switching off, though they're online and playing games. But that is how we are maintaining a connect with the parents, and things seem to be better. The learning gaps is what I'm looking at, because if this 1 year, what this 1 year has taught us is a lot of kids went blank. There was huge learning gaps which had to be rectified when the kids came on campus. So that gave us an advantage. And certainly we will also reach out to the government when things ease out, maybe in a couple of months, that we can start the classes for at least residential schools, so that the kids have this socio-emotional connect and development which they are missing out at the moment. The schooling will happen, the education and the content will happen. It's their life and the life skills which needs to be taken care of. So I'm pretty hopeful, because this adversity also teaches us that there is a next day. like it's said by Faiz Ahmed Faiz, Lambi hai gam ki sham magar sham hi to hai. So I think all our education fraternity are also frontline workers. I request everybody and each member to get themselves vaccinated. Request all the parents also to get vaccinated, because that will really matter in the coming months. So be connected with class 12, reach out to them, uh, teach the other sections of the society, take care of your teachers, take care of your other professional workers in the school, and we'll do good. Thank you so much.